Hey everyone, welcome to Makin Scents. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate seeing you here. And if this is your first time checking out the channel, welcome aboard. Today we're going to talk about one of my top 3 favorites from the House of Creed. Stay tuned. So like I said, we're going to be talking about one of my top 3 fragrances from the House of Creed. Now, this one here is definitely interchangeable with number 2. They can go back and forth, not always positive which one I like more than the other one, but this is definitely one of my top 3. Number 1, of course, being Green Irish Tweed, but that's said 9 million times throughout every video I've ever made. The one today we're talking about is Viking. So this guy right here, if you can see that clearly or not, I'm trying a new setup with the camera and lighting and effects. According to Fragrantica, the main accords are aromatic, woody, fresh, spicy, green, and citrus. The cap, if you've seen the caps on these before, I'm going to get out of the view. Hopefully I can get this angle. There we go. Really nice looking cap. The sprayer, well, the top snaps on pretty well. The sprayer, pretty awesome as well. Like all the other Creeds out there. And they spray very well. I like the way that the color of this juice is really yellow. Again, I'm going to get out of the way. I like the lettering, the whole design. You see the Creed ship, or the Viking ship right there. Now, the spray itself sprays really well. If you can see how wide that spread. And that opening is just fire. To me, it's one of my favorite openings when I spray it off the bat, off of the nozzle. It's this bright, spicy, peppery, I don't know what else really to call it in that sense, but you have citrus, you have spice, you have a bunch of other elements to there, green elements, different effects like that right off the bat that is literally engulfing the entire area around me as we speak. Something I talked about in a lot of fragrance reviews lately is the element of patchouli has started to really stick out of my nose, so I can smell that now. I can tell that that's one of the elements. But there is this citrus burst that when it first opens up, and it's not like a bright citrus. It's almost like the citrus combined with that patchouli note, or wherever that is in the element itself, mixed with some sort of spices or pepper. Might be like pink pepper or one of those types of deals. But man, with the mixture together, it's just awesome. It's not like most other fragrances in my collection. It's hard to describe in that sense. Where, you know, you could grab Green Irish Tweed. Great, awesome, nice, fresh, green, woodsy. Almost their blue fragrance of the line in a sense, if you want to call it that one. By blue, I mean extremely versatile. You have Aventus, pineapple, smoky, birch, whatever the heck else is in that thing. Sweet, spicy, you know, fresh a little bit in there as well. And then you got this thing, which, you know, is almost a cross between their easy to please fragrances mixed with the more daring or original style fragrances. It's almost like a classic fougere, modernized, if that makes sense to you. If you've ever smelled this before, you might know what I'm talking about. Performance-wise, Creed Viking does a pretty nice job. I would say I get probably up to about 6 hours, give or take, of performance out of this thing. You're getting about an hour and a half to 2 hours maybe. Could even be 2.5 hours of some sort of projection or sillage, as people will call it, where people can smell it when they're going by or things like that. But it is one of those fragrances that carries something that when the wind goes by later on, or someone just comes up to you that hasn't been near you a long time, still smells it and recognizes something or a nice scent if they enjoy it for, like I said, between the 4 and 6 hour mark. Skin scent from 5 to 8 hours, somewhere in that realm. It all depends on your weather, what you're wearing, if you got on your clothing or not. I do spray it on, it does hit my clothing when I do put on cologne a lot of the time. So it's not just what's on my hands and things of that nature, or on my neck, or, you know, on my actual skin. But the carryover from being on my clothing definitely can prolong the life of a fragrance. And in this case, it does just that. For me, like I said, you get about an hour and a half to 2.5 maybe of some sort of projection, up to 4 hours max. Again, depending on the weather, what you're wearing, how much you got in your clothing. You get that 4 to 6 hours of actual some sort of performance where you still smell it. It's lingering a bit. And I can smell it still, skin scent wise, up to, you know, maybe 8 hours if I'm pushing it. I don't think it's really gone past that anytime I've ever worn it, but I have worn this a lot. Yeah, it's an easy reach fragrance. Definitely have garnished a good amount of compliments from it. It's kind of funny. It's one of those fragrances that when you wear, other guys that will ask you what you have on. So girls have complimented, very nice fragrance. It's funny because I have one friend that was wearing it after he got like a decant from me, and he had said that he was told that this fragrance was manly, so this was okay for him to wear. But his other half had smelt, I don't remember if it definitely wasn't Aventus. They loved Aventus. But there was another fragrance they tried, like Bleu de Chanel or one of those things. And his other half had basically told him that that wasn't manly enough for him, or for her, sorry. And for some reason, Viking got him back on his manly status, okay? Whatever that means, that's great, awesome. If you get what they meant with that within their own relationship. Basically, they didn't think Bleu de Chanel was rough and tough enough for this type of a guy. In comparison, Viking was. For me, that peppery burst, that, you know, that fougere. And again, I'm going to say, when I say fougere, that's because of what's coming through with that patchouli note. What I'm going to try to do, I've moved camera around a little bit. I've dropped it back a couple feet, try to widen the range of this so you're not in my face the whole time and I'm not in your face the entire time as much. Widen the background. Hopefully you like this. Let me know in the comments down below. Is the lighting better? Do you like being further back like where you are right now? Hopefully you do. If not, we can make some more adjustments again. I only have so much play with how much room I have to go backwards, but I do like having a little bit more of the shelf behind me shown, you know, sharing the visual with you guys and girls, and not having the camera so close. I have a little bit of room here to move right now, which is pretty cool. Now, back to the fragrance. Do I think this fragrance is worth buying? Yeah, definitely do. I do think at the same time, and I've said it on almost every one of my videos, if not every video just about out there, that you should try a decant. Always sample a fragrance first. Go somewhere that they have it on display, spray a tester strip, put it to your nose. I think you should even wear it before you really just blind buy this thing. It's not super cheap. But if you get a decant, you can wear it. You can do a few wearings, see what you think about it, what other people around you, if that's an important thing to you, what they say about it. Because although I really enjoy this, and it's an easy reach for me. It's not something I have to think about. It's not something I have to hesitate about. If I grab it, spray it, doesn't matter where I'm going, I'll wear it. Does it have a specific season? Not for me. This is an all year round fragrance. With performance the way it is, if it's really cold, you might not get that much luck out of it or that much performance. Fall time, this thing's a banger. It just works with the little spiciness, that peppery when you're going around the fall time, 60 degrees, 55, 60 degrees, even up to 70, because it just fits with the season change, especially in New England with the leaves changing and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, for me, it's a really nice fragrance. Is it worth the full retail price? If you fell in love with it, maybe it is. You can absolutely find it better on discounters and places like that. If you find out that you love the fragrance, try to get a flacon or whatever you want to call it. I know sometimes Fragrance Net will have deals, or Google Store, Google Play, whatever those things are. I've gotten a flacon from there before, and the price was really pretty fair. I think it was like $300 and something, maybe for a 250 ml versus, you know, what this guy's right here go for. I think it's 100 ml, 3.3. Yeah, can't really read it, but yeah, you get the idea. You know how big these bottles are. Let me know down in the comments down below. Have you tried Creed Viking? Do you like Creed Viking? Is it on the top of your list, middle and bottom of your list? Do you love it, hate it? Do you recommend another fragrance from the House of Creed that I should get my nose on? I have a few of them already, but if you'd like to see a review on a different fragrance from the House of Creed, I'd love to do that for you as well. If you like the video, do me a favor, click the like button down below. If you want to stick around, if you like this video and the stuff that we're putting out there, please, we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel. The button's right down there, I believe, as well. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, throw those comments down below. I'd love interacting with you. I do try to respond to every single comment I get. Sometimes, I've said before, YouTube hides those comments and such. But, you know, we'll continue to grow. I've been working on new editing software, too. So let me know if some of the little transitions and stuff come out pretty clear, pretty clean if you like them. And we'll continue to work to make everything better along the way. Remember, if you're making the world a better place, just one spray at a time, then to me, you're just making sense. Until next time.